Hello, fellow TF fans. This is Prime of the Federation SG. Of course, Hail the Federation. You know, I had already done something of a review in the sense of what I thought of this beautiful little toy here, known as Bone Crusher from the 2007 movie. But one thing I did not notice, and what I usually do is I usually take some of these models to work with me. You know, since there's some downtime from work, sometimes I'll just transform it for the fun. It's like a little bit of a puzzle. You know, you transform it, you pass it around to your fellow colleagues, and they transform it also. Now, I noticed something very odd. See, when I do this, and then this, let me see if I can move it back. There you go. You should be able to see it. Doesn't it look like a man who's like, praying, or like the cross, in a sense? It's odd, isn't it? I was looking at that. Yeah, it kind of reminds me, and I wish I had a photo of that Mad Max into the Road Warrior movie where they have the two people in front, and it's Lord Humongous. He's driving to the refinery station with two people in front of him tied up, already, you know, wrapped up. But I just thought I'd mention it. It was kind of weird. Well, moving on to the next review. Let's kick this molder out to the side. Whatever. Sorry. Bring out the great and formidable Ironhide. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's have it for Ironhide. Now, I'm going to attempt to transform. Mind you, it's been a few weeks since I transformed any of my real Transformer toys. Excuse me, collectibles. Don't mean to offend anybody out there who's collecting. I'm going to try to transform Ironhide. Now, this collectible I picked up at Walmart. It's one of the few that I actually picked up at Walmart. He is, as you can see, shining from the light and so on. Let's see. Is the premium class. He's got the white, so he's got the tinting here. He's got the tires marked. He's even got the Transformers logo right in front. The only reason I find this guy a little difficult is maybe because I don't follow a normal pattern of how to transform him. I just do it. Start taking them apart. You know, I take the excuse me, I take the cannons off and everything. But I actually find this guy one of the second most interesting of them all. Next to, of course, Prime and Ratchet. I'll probably see if I do, maybe, let me see who would I review next. You know what I'll do? I'll review Jazz from the movie, premium class, of course, and G1 Jazz from the repainted movie version. And then I'll probably bring out Blackout for the fun of it. Yeah, I'll bring out Blackout. So let's get cracking. Let's get cracking, chickies, and I'll begin to transform them. What I think I'll do is I'll take off these hot-ons, and I'm going to show you something. I just messed it up. Here's something I want to show everyone. I'm hoping this camera can pick it up. I'll do it from the side. You notice how the arms are? It's very hard to see. It's very hard to see this. Incredibly hard. Let me see. In there. In there. Right about there. Right in here. Right in here. There's a small groove, and there's a peg. When you're transforming this gentleman back, this collectible back, you want to make sure that little groove sticks onto that peg. And I do apologize for lighting. This is a crappy camera. This is an old camera that I had bought for myself and another friend of mine to keep in communication. But we realized that cell phones were a lot easier. So I'm just, I'll eventually buy a new camera and a better camera. But I just thought I'd show you that there is a little groove, and I wish I could give you a little bit more lighting, but you should see an outlining pattern somewhere in here. Okay. When you're transforming him back, you might want to keep in mind to keep the blue up on the bottom portion. You want to keep that in mind, especially when you're transforming it back. Okay, so let's get cracking. And the next hardest part to actually make sure to get right is, of course, this. This does come off. Right. First thing I would do, from what I remember, let's move these to the side, is pull this out. See? I pulled it out. And I begin to separate the legs a little bit. Okay. Now I said bear with me, mind you. Let me pull his arms out. Bear with me one moment. It's been a while since I transformed this guy. You might want to pop the, see, this is what I meant, see? The top came off. And I'll show you why. Okay. So I pulled him out. I got his, I got the lower portion out already. And I'm trying to remember, let's see, I know he had an automorph, yeah. He had an automorph with him. Okay, yeah, that's right. You gotta pull this lower section here outwards, and I don't know if you saw it or not. Let me do it again. There we go. You see how the foot actually came forward? Actually, that's the rear. Came forward. And it shows his leg. I'll do the same thing on this side. And I just adjust it. Okay, we've got his leg already. Now, you might be wondering yourself, what the heck is wrong with this picture? Now, when you get to the front here, you want to separate the arms. I lifted them up, so you want to separate them out. Okay. You want to drop this mother down. You want to drop this mother down in here. But before you do so, you want to make sure to lift up the head. The head is buried inside. Now, mind you, I have to say, I have a hard time transforming a lot of these for some reason. Maybe because I'm getting old. Or I'm just useless. Who knows? So, I lifted up his head. His head actually pivots back if you pull down on where the rear chest piece goes in. Okay. And as you may notice, his top portion is backwards. But, rest assured, there is a solution. Towards here, this is a little bit of the fun part itself. There's a little fun part here. You're going to have to twist this whole thing around. You're going to have to twist the whole thing around here. Right in here. You're going to twist this entire thing all the way around. So, it's not that hard, really. Just got to make sure there are no obstructions in the way. There we go. Make sure to line them up. And there is his head. Now, this is my second Ironhide, ladies and gentlemen. The reason this is my second Ironhide is because this forward panel was very loose, and I know I could have probably added some nail polish remover and tightened it up a little bit, but I said no. I was being a bastard, so I decided to go, and I got another one, actually. So I found another one, and I did such. It's not really that hard to transform, you just got to get used to it. There's a little thing in here. These tires, they clip on. They clip on. These got a, I think they're already clipped on. They're already clipped on. Now some of my counterparts are able to